Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 10.
We're less than 2 hours away now from America's 250th, and severe weather spreading across the state, throwing a wrench in some of the celebrations tonight. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this Friday. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. Rod has the night off. Instead of a big bang, we've got a little bit of a stormy start to the 4th of July weekend, the weather ruining some celebrations. The Uncle Sam Jam activities all canceled tonight. They were supposed to be taking place inside of Haymarket Park, but the city deciding to call it all off with the weather. The good news, though, they're still planning to do their big firework display. It should be starting any second now. Instead of watching in the park, though, city officials say you have to watch the fireworks from your vehicle. Now, Lincoln isn't the only city making some changes to the celebrations. Down in Beatrice, their fireworks are being pushed back. The Rotary Club instead will do their big display next Saturday night on July 11th. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what it's looking like outside right now. The showers have kind of been on and off here in Lincoln. You can see maybe some lightning, though. Oh, wow, that was a good one. And you can maybe see some fireworks out there, too. Looks like things may be calm for the moment, but is there more coming our way? Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins. Rusty? Yeah,
there's a lot of activity out there right now. Just depends on where you're at. So because of that, we have severe thunderstorm watches kind of all over the place. Southeast Nebraska, this severe thunderstorm watch goes until 11 p.m., so just about another hour left on that, and then a severe thunderstorm watch out to the west until midnight. We may see more severe thunderstorm watches before it's all said and done. Now, there's quite a bit of activity. There's a severe thunderstorm just south of Valentine, some storms moving out of the state of Colorado towards North Platte, but there's also this severe thunderstorm warning kind of all by itself for Webster County. Franklin County was included on this earlier, but it goes until 10:15. It's moving east very slowly at 15 miles per hour, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and half dollar size hail. Now, this was a severe thunderstorm warning that has been allowed to expire, so little good news there, but I'm going to put all the lightning on there. Look at that, and look how close it is to the capital city. In fact, that one storm just northwest of the capital city does have lightning in it, and so does that one over by Seward. So zooming out, you can see there's a lot of activity going on, and just taking a look at what's happening on our Barry Law Cam, yeah, looks like we're seeing fireworks all over the place. On the right side of your screen, you'll see lightning every now and then. So lots going on, and we'll have more details, including the rest of the weekend forecast in a few minutes.
That's a beautiful shot. I like seeing all of it happening at once. Thank you so much, Rusty. Now, Seward, Nebraska's official 4th of July city, posting these pictures here of their town heading into the big celebration tomorrow. They say this is the calm before the storm, so to speak. Now, a lot of exciting stuff going on in Seward tomorrow. We'll have one of our reporters there to cover all of the celebrations. Many of our viewers sharing their plans with us tonight. For a lot of people, they're hoping to avoid the worst of the storms, lighting off some fireworks. That includes citizen journalist Bryce. He's out shopping at this stand outside of a Hy-Vee today and sending in a video to our Now Local News app. Now, even though most fireworks shows have been facing rain delays tonight, preparations not slowing down at all. People filling up the many stands all around the capital city. This is just one of them, sent in by Melanie to our Now Local News app. Channel 8's Danielle De Silva stopped by a firework tent today to see how their sales are doing.
I think it's just a celebration of being an American, and I think it's fun to do with your family, and I mean, who doesn't like to blow stuff up?
Melissa Erickson says Wild Willie's has been anticipating a huge turnout, so they made sure inventory is well stocked, especially their most patriotic items.
We definitely anticipated a lot of people just because of the 250th anniversary. It's definitely been staying on track. I think we've gotten a lot of sales, so hopefully we'll keep up with that.
Missiles, they're buy one, get four free. And I just bought the Slam Dance.
As for weather worries, it didn't damper the game plan.
Got a tent, we can pull the sides down. Hail, I mean, hopefully people just still come and go, even with hail and wind. As long as the tent stays up, I think we'll be okay.
And she's getting lots of help for the customers pouring in. Brady, Isaac, Helen, and Giuliano are just some of the football players helping out, all confirming there's been a boom of buyers.
I had one guy who came in and he had bought probably upwards of like $900 $250 worth of fireworks.
No one's really worried about the weather from what I've seen.
And the overall vibe,
Pretty American.
customers proving this to be the truth.
We heard it's supposed to be bad tonight and tomorrow, but that's fine. We're not scared.
What are you excited for?
Light off fireworks.
Oh, we're going to be launching. We're going to be smoking. We're going to be doing it all. Yep, for sure. Right, boys? The rain ain't going to stop us?
Yep.
We're planning on still lighting off fireworks. Hopefully it's just a little sprinkle, but
what else are we supposed to do? We're going to party like it's 250.
Danielle Da Silva for Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Danielle. And now the owner of Wild Willie's selling fireworks, they say, is about a lot more than just getting a bang for your buck. They're donating a portion of all their proceeds today to the football team at Lincoln Northwest High School.
That money gets used to, like I said, feed the boys, you know, any excessive things like T-shirts, anything like that that they need, that money goes to help them out. So it's definitely a big gathering here to make this happen.
She says their son plays on the football team there, and along with his teammates, the boys have earned all the support by helping out at the tent. Many people are hitting the roads, of course, traveling to see family and friends for the 4th. When it's time to top off your tank, you might actually be a little relieved by the prices at the pump. Citizen journalist Bryce making a stop at this gas station here in Lincoln and sending in a video to our Now Local News app. You can see here a gallon of gas now below $3.70. Other places showing even lower prices at $3.59. Both Melanie and Brian showing us those prices in these videos. That's below the national average of $3.82 a gallon, according to AAA. And it's a lot lower than it was just a few weeks ago. Let us know what you're paying if you're on the road this weekend by sending in a video to our Now Local News app. We're not the only ones dealing with some bad weather over this holiday weekend. Many are facing triple-digit temperatures. ABC's Rena Roy has the details from Mount Rushmore.
President Trump celebrating 250 years of America tonight amidst the background of Mount Rushmore in Keystone, South Dakota. The celebration at the National Memorial is just one of many across the country this holiday weekend. In New York City, tall ships sailing along the East River, and in Times Square, the iconic New Year's Eve ball dropping in July for the first time in its history. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani celebrating the plight of the immigrants who make up this country and calling for unity.
250 years presents a rare opportunity for more than 340 million people to turn together, both towards one another and towards ourselves, to take measure of who we are as a nation.
But as Americans come together for the holiday weekend, extreme heat is impacting some celebrations. Officials in Philadelphia canceling today's Salute to Independence parade.
The event has been postponed. We will reopen at 5 p.m.
And in the nation's capital, Trump's Great American State Fair postponed on the National Mall. Officials say crews treated more than 40 people, some even taken to local hospitals, though only some were related to the high temperatures.
And back here in South Dakota, this celebration kicks off a whirlwind 24 hours for the president. He says his speech at the National Mall on July 4th will go on as planned, even though feel-like temperatures could hit 111 degrees. At Mount Rushmore in South Dakota, Rena Roy, ABC News.
Well, back here at home, a heartwarming display of patriotism tonight. The Nebraska State Patrol says one of their troopers, who's also an Army veteran, found these 2 American flags lying in the road on I-80 tonight near Lincoln. The trooper picking both the flags up and folding them properly. The State Patrol says they'll make sure they're retired with dignity. Whether your firework display goes off with a bang or if the weather is putting a wrinkle in your plans, we want to know. The Now Local News app is the best place for you to not only keep up with our Storm Alert team forecast, but also to send in videos of your own. Let us know how your 4th of July weekend celebrations are going by scanning the QR code on your screen and sending in a video. Developing now, York County authorities are searching for the person behind a bomb threat. The swatting call prompting a huge law enforcement response at Nebraska Evangelical Lutheran High School in Waco. Deputies launching an investigation after a man called the school saying there were bombs inside and outside of the building. The sheriff's office searching the grounds but not finding any bombs. They believe the voice that called in the threat was computer generated using AI. While there was no credible danger for any students, staff, or community members, the sheriff's office says these swatting calls are serious and they will work to find the person responsible. Also developing now, LPD is asking for help in their search for a missing child. 14-year-old Maylee Figueroa is nowhere to be found. You're taking a look at her picture here on your screen right now. Lincoln police say she was last seen around midnight on Saturday, June 20th, leaving Bryan West Hospital. She's described as 4 foot 11 inches tall, 95 pounds, with brown hair that has red streaks in it and brown eyes. Police say she was last seen wearing a black shirt with blue jeans and walking barefoot. If you have any information on where she is, you're asked to call LPD. Don't go anywhere. We have much more coming up for you after the break, including Just Married, new details on the famous Madison Square Garden wedding celebration. We'll be right back.
Lots and lots of storms out there right now and lots of fireworks. Hard to tell if it's fireworks or thunder happening, but there's a chance for some strong to severe storms lingering into the overnight hours. That forecast when we come back.
Every play, every highlight, KOKN brings you the action, bringing you closer to the excitement, one game at a time.
ABC's lifetime seamless steel roofs lock out the harshest weather and provide permanent maintenance-free protection for your home. Protecting your home starts at the top. Learn more at abcofnebraska.com.
Sopatopia, Lincoln's newest state-of-the-art fusion-powered car wash tunnel, has 6 fusion levels to erase those pesky bugs and hard-to-get grimy spots, leaving your car squeaky clean. Add a ceramic coating and add a molecular-level 3-layer durable shield that repels dirt, droppings, contaminants, and water for a superior, longer-lasting shine. But what really makes Sopatopia the best car wash in town is how cool you're going to feel after.
Let's go again! Don't miss stars, stripes, and savings at Jensen Tire and Auto. Save up to $190 on Continental, Goodyear, Cooper, Bridgestone, Firestone, and more. Plus, get $25 off an AC recharge. Schedule today at JensenTireandAuto.com.
The holiday's biggest fireworks are at Ernie's and Ceresco's Fired Up 4th of July sale. Get explosive savings on all of your total home furnishing needs, including top made-in-America brands, Tempur-Pedic mattresses up to $500 off, and store-wide deals you won't want to miss. Plus, free driveway delivery and 5 years interest-free financing. Mark your calendar for Ernie's and Ceresco's Fired Up 4th of July sale. It's a banger of a sale at Ernie's in Ceresco and Ernie's Mattress First, Lincoln.
When visually impaired Hemingford Public Schools student Miley Krebs needed a paraeducator, Chad Bell stepped up to the challenge.
I am very lucky to get a para like Chad. He's there in most all of my classes so that I can learn like the rest of the kids.
I first started working with Miley in 4th grade. I helped Miley figure out the different ways to do different things to get the same end result as her sighted peers.
Tell us why you're public school proud at publicschoolproudnebraska.org.
Developing now, crews working hard as they fight the fire out in western Nebraska. Fire officials now say the Log Road fire near Crawford is at 68% contained. That's a pretty big jump from earlier today. And here in these photos, you can see the active flames and huge clouds of smoke they're dealing with. Crews are building a large fire break, which is a non-flammable barrier designed to help slow down the fire. Large bonfires are being built, and that will help reduce all the available fuel and speed up the burnout process. The team includes trucks all the way from Sutton, Oxford, Harvard, Arapahoe, and Edison, and they've got more crews on the way. The red here on this map is highlighting where the fire is still burning. New tonight, Malcolm Fire and Rescue is getting an addition to their equipment. They just received a brand new ambulance, which you can see here, and it will now serve as their primary unit. The department got a $75,000 grant, and with that money, they were able to design a brand new vehicle that meets all their needs and specifications. They say 80% of their calls are EMS incidents, and another vehicle will be a huge asset to their district.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Lots going on this evening. Severe thunderstorm watch, severe thunderstorm watch. Look at all of this lightning south of Grand Island. Look at that. Not even a storm near it. That's why when you hear thunder roar, go indoors, because you don't have to be under a thunderstorm for something like that to happen. And then this may be what happens overnight into parts of central and eastern Nebraska. Now, first, what's happening now? Severe thunderstorm watches are in place. This was just they kind of cut back this severe thunderstorm watch. Lincoln's still in it, Beatrice still in it, so is Omaha. That goes for about the next 45 minutes. I'm going to get out of the way. Now, Mackenzie and I were watching this, and a huge bolt of lightning happened right over the top of Haymarket Park. So that's why they decided to just have people watch from their cars, because the fireworks are going, but so is the lightning. So smart play from the city of Lincoln to do that. Gets a thumbs up from me, but I just kind of want to hover on this a little bit longer because it's so cool. All of the lightning and all of the fireworks happening at the same time. Of course, Mother Nature is shy. Jeez. Okay, here we go. 48th and Cornhusker Highway, also relatively quiet, ABC seamless, but there are more storms out there. We'll look at that here in a second. Temperature-wise, 70s. At least we've cooled off. Goodness, it's been a while. 50s for dew points in Hebron and Beatrice. That'll do. Still a lot of 70s out there, but still, at least somebody's dried out a little bit. Look at all of that lightning, though. Goodness sakes, from Beatrice to Omaha, south and east. This is just a ton of lightning. Lightning here just east of Eagle, and then these storms. This is what we saw just a little bit ago on our tower cam, just a huge bolt of lightning right over the city of Lincoln. Now this is all moving to the east. More storms just south of Seward. That looks like it's weakening a little bit. Another one popped up just north of Seward. So we are not done yet. And there's that lightning bolt right there, two of them actually. And then there's another storm over by Milford, but rain likely going to be falling over the capital city. Then this storm right here, a lot of lightning between Blue Hill and Red Cloud. That one's kind of drifting a little bit further south. And then these storms out here, that may eventually make its way east overnight, giving us another chance for strong to severe storms. So we still have this enhanced risk from Grand Island, Columbus, Lincoln, Omaha, and Beatrice, mainly because there's a hail threat. There's also a small tornado threat. We've already seen some of that over there by Hebron, and then a damaging wind threat overnight as well. So keeping a really close eye on that. Storms out there through 11 p.m. There's that wave right there, and it all kind of comes together between 1 and 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then just kind of drifts off to the south and east, and that should be it. Still more storms though off towards Omaha by 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. That drifts off to the south and east. More storms. I mean, they're just going to try to linger near us. And then this comes our way, or I think that'll stay in the western half of the state, but it's going to come towards central and southwest Nebraska eventually by Saturday night, and some of that could be strong to severe. So because of that, no severe weather threat here in south central and southeast Nebraska, but you go a little further west and southwest, slight risk for severe weather for the western half of the state. Tonight, temperatures dropping to around 70. Highs tomorrow, about normal. This is where we're supposed to be this time of year, middle and upper 80s. 4th of July weekend, small chance for storms on Saturday. I think the better chance is further west, 88 degrees, 87 on Sunday, and mostly sunny. I think Sunday's the pick of the week. And then we have Monday and Tuesday, not bad, right around 90. A small chance for storms Wednesday and Thursday. We could use the rain, because after that, it gets warm again, and we'll see those high temperatures between 90 and 95 degrees.
Now to some celebrations for America's big 250th. Lincoln Public Schools Superintendent handing out a special assignment for students.
Read American history. I've got a couple recommendations for you from the America 250 summer reading list. How about Presidential Pets by Julia Moberg? Ever wonder about the strange animals that have lived in the White House? From John Quincy Adams' alligator to Teddy Roosevelt's garter snake, this book gives you history of America's leaders through the eyes of their favorite feathered and furry friends.
I feel like I want to read that book, and I need one of those hats. Superintendent John Scretta sharing many other book recommendations for the America 250 Summer Reading Challenge, and those books will teach students facts and details that they might not normally find in history books. And a new exhibition by UNL is showcasing America's history on its 250th birthday through quilts. The International Quilt Museum is now displaying a new collection called Material Nation, 250 Years of American Quilts. The exhibition includes more than 250 quilts and quilt-related objects. The museum has the largest publicly held collection of quilts in the world. It's open to the public right now, and that display will be up through December 9th. Breaking now, a major update to the wedding everyone is talking about. Crews have spent the last couple of days transforming Madison Square Garden into a reception venue for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And finally, all the hard work has paid off. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez has the details on the newlywed couple in New York.
We're outside of Madison Square Garden, and the billboard behind me says it all. Just married, with that emphasis on T and T, Travis and Taylor. We just got a release from Taylor Swift's publicist as well, saying that the bride and groom's wedding ceremony looks have been created by Christian Dior, and we're also getting some insight into what the ceremony looked like inside of Madison Square Garden. It also reads, Taylor and Travis did not have bridesmaids or groomsmen. Instead, her brother Austin Swift served as Taylor's man of honor, and Jason Kelce was Travis's best man. Jason Kelce is Travis Kelce's brother. It goes on to say that the ceremony joined both families together and was officiated by friend Adam Sandler. So look, there was a lot of rumors going into this ceremony, if it was real, if it was a hoax. We have it there. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift have now been officially married inside of Madison Square Garden. Into what looks like the rest of the night, we're going to have a party, from what we understand, that will go into the early morning hours, possibly all the way until 2 a.m. Earlier today, we also saw a long line of black SUVs making their way inside of Madison Square Garden. We know that there was anticipated to be more than 1,000 guests. In previous interviews, Taylor Swift had said that the most stressful part of planning a wedding was the guest list. Well, she was able to fit everybody as she wanted to for this wedding ceremony inside of MSG. In New York, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
I feel like the main thing I want to see the wedding dress at some point, hopefully.
You know what I want to see?
What?
Presidential Pets.
Oh, you want to read that book?
That
it sounds like fun. Yeah. I'm interested.
Yeah.
You know what else I want to see?
What?
The Sports Zone.
Oh, well, we can do that for sure. We got some basketball to talk about, some Husker hoops. The latest on 3 former Huskers playing in the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers. That and more coming up next.
ZooFest 2026.
8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing. Here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
A trio of Huskers laced it up on the court today in the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning into the Sports Zone this evening. Great to have you here tonight. Well, Ty Webster, Keisei Tominaga, and Jack McVeigh all played a role in their squad's victory earlier today. Some former Huskers in action on some of the biggest stages. Webster made his first national team appearance since 2019 and finished with 12 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds in New Zealand's 106-102 double OT win over the Philippines. Tominaga came off the bench, was electric as always, 7 points, including a pair of 3-pointers in Japan's 92-73 road win in China. And McVeigh helped Australia to a 124-52 rout of Guam. McVeigh finished with 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in just 21 minutes of action as all 3 teams grabbed victories, and all 3 former Huskers will be back to work on Monday. Well, switching gears to the baseball diamond, the Lincoln Salt Dogs' Connor Bagneski has been selected as a last man in participant for the 2026 American Association All-Star Game. Fans voted and selected him to be placed on the West Division roster. Bagneski has been a key contributor all season, batting .378 with 1 home run and 23 runs batted in. The 28-year-old native of Green Bay, Wisconsin, is leading the American Association in batting average. And while we're talking baseball, here's a look at some of the scores from today. Gary beat Lincoln 11-0. Indianapolis and Omaha got suspended in the top of the 4th inning due to that weather coming through. That'll finish up tomorrow. And Philadelphia and Kansas City start their series tomorrow at 7:10. Finally, let's get a quick look at the FIFA World Cup's action. Of course, Team USA will be back to work on Monday. And guess who threw out the first pitch tonight? In Seattle, Team USA head coach Marcio Pochettino. He was joined by the United States national team, of course, behind him. They play in Seattle on Monday against Belgium in the round of 16 at 7 p.m. And then how about this pitch here from Coach? Give it a second, but I got to tell you what, not a bad throw whatsoever. He was practicing all day. That's a pretty good throw, if you ask me. Nice pitch there, Coach. But as for today's games, here's a look at them. Australia fell to Egypt 1-0 at the final in penalty shootouts. Argentina sneaks by Cape Verde in what is maybe the best game so far in the World Cup. 3-2, epic game there. And then Colombia taking on Ghana right now, 1-0 the score. And that will do it for sports tonight. Mackenzie will send things back over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Nate. Stick with us. We'll be right back after the break. Rusty, I keep getting distracted by our tower camera. There's just an amazing light show going on out there. Fireworks, lightning, got it all.
We'll see if we can get to that here. We got to go through the radar first because there's a lot of things going on out there. A wide look first. Look at all that activity in southeast Nebraska, northwest Nebraska, and southwest Nebraska. So we'll zoom into a couple of different spots here. Here's in and around the Lincoln area and areas east, all of that lightning pushing off to the south and east, but back building. More storms on the other side of Lincoln now headed our way. So we're not done yet. Then those storms down towards Fairbury, Hebron, west of there towards Red Cloud, and then zooming out just a little bit. There's that activity just north of North Platte and southwest of North Platte. That's going to try to move east overnight. So that will be another round of storms. So keeping an eye on all of this as we head through the overnight. Now we have 40 minutes to enjoy this. Our Berry Law Cam. We're just going to leave it here for the next 30 seconds or so and watch. Now we'll see if we can see lightning. We've been seeing lightning during the break. Oh, there we go. Good bolt of lightning right over where they were doing the fireworks at Haymarket Park. So that's why they decided to cancel for people coming into the stadium to watch the fireworks, because there was a chance for lightning, and sure enough, it's happening out there right now.
Oh, goodness. There's a lot going on. Thanks for keeping us updated, Rusty. And thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Happy 4th of July.